Hi and welcome to Rempah Ratus Kitchen. The recipe that I'm going to share with you today is a simple stir-fry recipe. It is bean sprouts and mustard green stems stir-fried with salted fish. Most of you are aware of this dish in its original form, that is bean sprouts stir-fried with salted fish. I have just added the mustard green stems as a twist to this dish. I hope you like my version of this dish. Come, let's start cooking.
Let's start prepping. I have 165 grams of bean sprouts here, known locally as Taugeh. Next on the ingredient list are 85 grams of mustard green stems. Let's cut the mustard green stems for the dish. As you can see, I'm cutting each stem into 3 parts and each part into strips. The idea is to make the mustard green stems look more or less like the bean sprouts, if you know what I mean. Let's put this aside now. I'm cutting each chili into 3 parts and each part into strips. Let's put this aside as well. 4 garlic cloves. Let's bruise them and cut them into pieces. I have 10 grams of salted fish here that I'm going to cut into pieces. I'll keep this aside for now. Let's put a pan of water on a stove on a high flame. Add half a teaspoon of salt and bring the water to a boil. When the water comes to a boil, add the mustard green stems and scald for a minute and a half. It's been a minute and a half. Now let's turn off the fire and remove these stems from the hot water. I added the salt so as to retain the color of these mustard green stems. Remove the water from the pan, return the pan to the stove on a low heat and add 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. This oil is to fry the salted fish. The salted fish pieces are going in now. Let's fry them for a minute. The salted fish pieces are nice and brown now, so let's remove them from the hot oil. Oh wow, this kitchen is smelling of salted fish now. The garlic pieces are going in now. The fire is still at low. Now let's fry these garlic pieces for a minute. It's been a minute and the garlic is super fragrant. Increase the flame now and add the lovely jade colored mustard green stems. Add the bean sprouts immediately after. We have to be very careful not to overcook either vegetable. Let's now stir fry these vegetables on a high flame. Add the fried salted fish after about 30 seconds, together with a couple of dashes of white pepper, and then stir to combine. Now let's bring some color to this dish by adding the red chilies. Just look at me trying to toss the vegetables like a professional Chinese chef, but I just couldn't do it. Let's taste for salt. As you have noticed, I haven't added any salt as yet because of the salted fish. So I'm now going to taste for salt and add if needed. A little bit more salt is needed. Lastly, add half a teaspoon of sesame oil. Turn the stove off and dish out this delicious and crunchy stir-fried dish. Stir-fried bean sprouts and mustard green stems with salted fish. Enjoy! Until I see you again with another recipe, thank you and stay safe. Bye.